Morning, everyone. For those of you who I haven't met on the call yet, I'm the Director for Digital Data and Urban Infrastructure here at Connected Places Catapult. And today, as Henry's mentioned, I'm here to give you a brief overview of the Transport Research and Innovations Board's Transport Digital Twin Vision and Roadmap for 2035. So I'm going to start with a little bit of background, and then after a couple of minutes, I'll do a short demo of the website. But I believe the team will also put the link in the chat. So if you'd like to have a look at that in the background, please go ahead. So the Transport Research and Innovation Board awarded Connected Places Catapult a grant to develop a shared 2035 vision and roadmap. And the aim of this is really to drive a common understanding of the value that a federated network of digital twins in the transport sector might provide. And the roadmap really sets out a prioritized list of activities that will be required to achieve this. So the vision and roadmap was developed over 5 months, and this was launched publicly in June at the Connected Digital Twin Summit here at the CPC offices. So I believe quite a few of you on the call probably attended the summit, either in person or digitally. Jessie Norman, Minister Jessie Norman launched the roadmap at the summit. So the use of digital twin technology has the potential to transform the UK transport sector to deliver a number of different and better outcomes for passengers, more reliable cross-modal services, but also help to transition to net zero. And one of the key benefits of this project is really understanding how digital twins can enable parties jointly to move towards a desired impact on decarbonisation. So by taking a coordinated approach, this shared vision and roadmap will help to steer both industry, academia, and government in a unified direction and provide a view of what steps need to be undertaken to achieve this vision. So essentially, this piece of work has set a solid foundation for what both TRIB members and other stakeholders need to do. And it is also intended to feed into the development of the UKRI Digital Twin Research Programme. So that's a little bit of background. If you bear with me, I'm just going to share my screen and I'll take you through some of the elements of the vision and roadmap, which is available on the link that the team has shared. So to start with, what is the vision? So after a number of discussions and iterations, we've come up with this vision, which is to enable a trusted ecosystem of connected digital twins for multimodal UK transport networks. So this will facilitate effective decision-making to optimize solutions and deliver efficient, safe, and environmentally conscious mobility for people and goods. And there's also some information around how the roadmap will essentially be a tool to achieve this vision of where we want to be by 2035. So in terms of how we went about doing this, we did a landscape review of more than 60 different publications, which you can see here on the screen. These publications covered both transport-related documents, academic research, market analysis, and digital twin-related documents. So this really formed the basis and the foundation on which the next phase of the project sat, which was essentially stakeholder engagement. And this was really key to kind of bring to life the insights that we've got from doing the landscape review and publication review. So if we look at the stakeholders that were spoken to throughout the course of this project, it was over 80 organizations that were either engaged in workshops or one-on-one sessions. And this was really to explore how digital twins are currently being used in their organizations and how they might be used and connected in future. So this included expert stakeholders across the transport sector, but also we looked a bit more broadly, so adjacent sectors of energy, telecommunications, and the built environment. And as some of you may have seen or remember, this was also supplemented by engagement with this community, the DT Hub community, via a survey. So we gathered quite a lot of information through those various means. In terms of use cases, we worked with 10 different SMEs to develop out some use cases for how digital twins can achieve impact in the transport sector. And this also fed into the development of the roadmap. And then we also looked at various future scenarios. So really trying to bring to life what our world might look like in 2035 and how digital twins might be having an impact on those. So we looked at a number of different scenarios and what the world might be in terms of resilience, safety, efficiency, passenger agency, etc. So the scenario section is really intended to kind of bring this to life a little bit and show where we might be. A quick snapshot of the project partners that worked on this. A huge thank you to everybody who contributed their valuable time and knowledge into the formation and development of this roadmap. And then finally, to show you the roadmap itself, this is what it looks like. After lots and lots of information gathering, we have categorized all the information into 4 work streams. So those are strategy and innovation, the enabling environment, people, skills and culture, and then last but not least, technology and data. So each of these work streams has a number of components underneath it. This has been designed in a logic model format where you can see outputs. If you go into more detail, you also get the desired outcomes from each of those. And we've listed a number of activities that go along with each of those. At the bottom, we've also noted the relevant publications. So if anybody is particularly interested in one or more of the work streams or components, they can go and look at the publications that really underpin that. And as you can see on the left-hand side, we have noted who we consider to be kind of 4 of the key stakeholder groups in this process. So academia, industry, government, and innovation funding bodies. And then for each of the sections, you can see here that we've indicated who might be leading on these activities and outcomes and outputs, and who might be supporting in these areas. So this is really to try and give an idea of where we want to focus our efforts in this roadmap. So that is a very short run through. If you go back here, there's lots to kind of explore. This is really intended to be a tool which is not just kind of developed once and then left behind. We're working together with the Transport Research and Innovation Board and DFT, who acts as the secretariat, to really work with organizations to implement this in a practical sense. So while this roadmap is fairly high level,
I got to use it.
Brilliant. It's intended to be something that is really used into the future. So that's the end. Thank you so much for the time, Henry.